We do have a Nightwave, some breaking news for you in case you haven't been filled in yet on the scenario. I wanted to verify this. I definitely wanted to verify this before the show, but it is all verified. A couple days ago, if you guys remember VIPER, y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. The guy I tried to buy a vinyl from a few years ago, and he never sent it to me. This year, we actually forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I was on vacation, but we never did the VIPER snowman that we do every Christmas. And now I'm kind of glad we didn't. No. Oh, VIPER, what did you do about it? Man accused of kidnapping woman, holding her against her will for 4 to 5 years at his southeastern Houston home. A man has been charged, and that's him. That's our boy VIPER right there. Lee Carter is his name. A man has been arrested, accused of kidnapping a woman and holding her against her will at a southeast Houston home for several years. Lee Carter is charged with aggravated kidnapping. He was arrested Thursday. He's in the Harris County Jail with a bond set at $100,000. On Friday, Houston police were back out at the home investigating a tip that she might still be in the home. Police performed a welfare check. Oh my God, this is Click 2 Houston. This is the Houston news. These are supposed to be writers and journalists. Police preformed a welfare check. Did VIPER write this article? They made the arrest for outstanding aggravated kidnapping warrant. This story is so fucking insane. Get ready for this story. This gets fucking bizarre. They made an arrest for outstanding aggravated kidnapping warrant. The concern is that we possibly had an individual located inside the residence. Why'd you add the perhaps locked inside one of the interior rooms. According to court documents, officers responded on April 7th, 2023 to a home located in the 52 block of Perry Street in southeast Houston for a kidnapping in progress. When they arrived, they heard a woman's voice coming from the window of a home. Officers began to speak to the woman, who told them about 4 or 5 years before she was pregnant and panhandling off Alameda, Genoa. At that time, the suspect, identified as Lee Carter, pulled over to give the woman $1. The court documents said Carter asked the woman if she needed help. The woman said she needed help, and Carter said he would help her and to get in his car. The woman got in his car and drove to his home on Perry Street, where the woman said to have been holding against her will for the past 4 to 5 years. Documents said the woman told Carter repeatedly forced her to have sex with him, forced her to take drugs, and prevented her from leaving the house and locking her inside a garage. The woman said that she did not have a shower in the garage, so from time to time, Carter would allow her to leave the room to shower. The woman said she never saw anyone else in the home while she was kept there, but could hear Carter arguing with other women while she showered. Bro, we might have some serial killer shit. The woman said she never saw anyone else in the home while she was kept there. I'll read about that. She said on numerous occasions when Carter would take her from the garage to the home, she attempted to run away and escape. Each time Carter would run after her, grab her, and return her to the garage and lock her inside again. The woman said she pled with Carter to let her go almost daily, but was threatened with physical violence. She said when she begged him to let her leave, Carter would force her to take pills along with crack cocaine and other illegal drugs. This is our boy. That's old VIPER. K-Rad's in the chat goes, sure, Mersh. Believe all women, right. Let me see. The documents said, believe woman told Carter, Carter provided her with chips and snacks for food. Well, that's nice of him. But she was hardly able to get a full meal. When she spoke to police, the woman said she had not showered in almost 2 months. Oof. She said she was able to text police because Carter allowed her to use his laptop, where she used the Text Now application to use 911 dispatch to tell him she was being held against her will. This gets even crazier. The woman said she'd been able to escape once before, but she ended up in the hospital, and Carter came and picked her up and locked her in the garage again. He then put up boards on the exterior garage windows to prevent her from escaping again. The document said there was a makeshift toilet inside of the garage that did not flush. a sink with a faucet and dripping spigot, a mattress covered with vomit, assorted chips, and a few Twinkies. The document said the officer said the victim was extremely malnourished and weighing approximately 70 pounds with a pungent stench. Her clothes were very dirty and she had no shoes. 70 pounds. An adult woman. A neighbor told police they never actually saw anything going on at the home, but from conversations with Carter, they believed there may have been illegal activity happening in the house. He can't help himself. Hell yeah, I'll sell crack. Stop telling your neighbors that, buddy. Don't tell your neighbors that. That's not good. Let's see, what do we got tonight? Strawberry cough. Sativa sugar. It's the last of my shit. All of it gave me the neighbor told police they believe there may have been human trafficking or porn may have been being made with the women in the home. All of it gave me a red flag, Byte said. Everything from day one was a red flag. He didn't do anything. That wasn't a red flag. What? At one point, Carter actually told Bates about the women he kept inside the home. He just kind of explained that he had some girls that were in there, and he never used the word locked up, but was kind of protecting them from themselves. From the sounds of things, she would call him his boyfriend, her boyfriend. So, I mean, it was kind of mutual weirdness, I guess. Thursday, the Houston Police Department arrested Carter. He's booked in the Harris County Jail where he's facing a charge of aggravated kidnapping. $100,000 bond. If he posts bond, you have to wear an ankle monitor. Okay, this is hilarious. A public defender told the judge that Carter has lived in Houston his entire life and is employed as a real estate broker. What? Man, anybody can be a real estate agent, huh? Additionally, the public defender said that Carter has 7 children ranging from 1 to 31 years old. After hours of knocking on Carter's front door asking if anyone was inside, police officers made forcible entry into the home. Due to the very serious nature of the warrant and aggravated kidnapping, we had exigent circumstances to make entry. We could up. Inside, they only found a TV playing and a dog, which was rescued by bark. Is that their fucking animal control? Bark. The woman Carter is accused of holding Captain, sexually abusing and forcing him to take drugs, was nowhere to be found. Houston police tell KRPC that they do have other leads to follow, but they're not allowed to release any additional information. So we don't even know where this chick is. So they got a warrant and they arrested him based on old information that the woman had been telling the cops, but she somehow is missing now. Pax Americana, how much training do you need to be a real estate agent? I know some fucking absolute morons that are real estate agents, so it can't be that hard. I know the test is hard. Like, I've known some dudes that are not like that aren't stupid people that failed the test the first time. And I think if you fail it a second time, it's like a whole thing. You have to start over and take the course again. Other than that, though, if you pass the test, it's pretty fucking... Canatee says, so she's dead, right? Yeah, I don't know. But that's not the end of this story. I'm not even kidding you. VIPER released a song. He has a new music video out as of 2 hours ago. This is fucking bizarre. The latest song by VIPER, You'll Never Find Out I Had Someone Locked Up in My Garage for 5 years. This guy I'm sorry, this is a horrible story, but this guy fucking rules. You'll never find out I had someone locked up in my garage for 5 years. He made this before he went to jail. And the guy who runs his YouTube account said, I'm severing all ties with VIPER, but I'm going to put this one last video up.
Now new at 6, a Houston man charged with kidnapping a woman and holding her against her will for 4 years.
The alleged victim managed to text police using the suspect's laptop. That woman told police she was panhandling and pregnant when Lee Carter gave her a ride to his home, then locked her in his attached garage. The woman says at one point she managed to text police who took...
Sir, this is not going to help you at trial.
Her to the hospital. She was then released back to Lee Carter. This latest attempt to reach out to police resulted in her pressing charges. Carter is now in custody, charged with aggravated kidnapping.
I'm Julie.
That's literally all it is. It's 38 seconds long. Bad luck, boys. So I guess I'm never getting that vinyl I ordered now. So that is, I guess, the last from VIPER. What is this? I'm cutting all contact with VIPER. 1 or 2 more videos will come, and that will be it. I guess some guy named Kettle has been running this. The meaning of hustle. Take notes. Farewell, VIPER. We hardly knew you. I'm seriously never gonna get my autograph vinyl, huh? It's only been 3 years. You either died Terry Davis or you live long enough to become VIPER. I love how small his stacks are. Can this dude plead insanity on kidnapping charges? Pax Americana says, you can plead insanity on anything, and VIPER might even get away with it, but I've talked about this on Nightwave before. You don't want to plead insanity. The only way I would ever plead insanity on something is if it was like capital murder or a life without parole charge. Because at that point, you're facing life in prison anyway. But here's the problem when you when you plead insanity, and it depends on where you live. Different states do it differently. At least in Florida, though, they can hold you indefinitely, bro. They'll say they'll say is we're going to hold him indefinitely in a state hospital until he's found fit to stand trial. And sometimes a DA's case will be really weak, and a DA will just be like, you know what? Just keep him in there. Just keep saying he's too crazy to get out. You don't want that. You don't want to open up that door, because if you go, well, guess I'm crazy, man, I got to plead insanity. They're like, oh, well, if you're insane, you still can't be in the street. And if those doctors want to be real sadistic, they can keep you in there pretty much for the rest of your life. And as Los Tejas just pointed out, if you're insane, you get held forever for the insanity. And if you're not insane, then you just go back to trial anyway. So it is what it is, man. I mean, he can plead insanity if he wants, but Texas probably is one of those states where they're like, all right, we're locking you up forever, crazy donkey brains. And then you got to get a certificate saying that you, in fact, do not have donkey brains. Big B trucker, West Coast, they'll let you out after 72 hours. Well, yeah, they'll just let you out on aggravated kidnapping anyway. Mostro in the chat said, I didn't know Mersh had a solo show. You didn't know I had a solo show? You fucking retard. No, I'm just kidding. That's why nobody knows, because I'm mean to everybody. You didn't know I had another show? What a fucking asshole, bro. You should know everything about me at all times. All right? And you should be DMing me, asking me how I'm feeling, asking me if there's anything I ever need to reach out to you and dox yourself in my DMs. Let me see, anyway. Good luck to you, Viper. That's a rough one, too, man. Texas, aggravated kidnapping. Now, the only thing working in Viper's favor is the fact that, as Alex Rosen has pointed out many, many times, the very, very liberal DA, the very, very liberal mayor, the very, very liberal city of Houston and Harris County. And by the way, this comes from Alex Rosen. And Alex Rosen is from Houston. He's from Harris County. It's his hometown. And he hates it. He can't basically like it's up to him to tell people, but like he had to go through wild loopholes to get Harris County to begin working with him. Like he basically had to get a fucking contact within the police department and start working directly with them. Like somebody, I guess, in the SVU department. Specifically because every time they would catch people in Harris County, they just didn't give a fuck. If you guys remember, I played a video a long time ago of from Predator Poachers. Let me see if it's up there. Do we have the old Houston catch? It may not be up anymore. I'm sure I could find it if I go through like Rumble or Locals, but I'm not going to go through all that. But there was a really good catch he did that was in Houston, and it's one of the funniest fucking Predator Poacher things, right? Because it's back when Alex hadn't perfected his craft yet. Like he was still getting people caught, and he was still doing a good job, but he had not completely weaponized his craft yet. And it was one of the best videos ever because he's like talking to the guy and everything, and he's like, "Are you gonna call the police?" He's like, "I mean, I could call the police, but..." And then I just remember, since it was up on YouTube, it was fucking fully censored. I wonder if it's on there regular. Let me see if they got the older, because I know like he's been uploading a lot of shit to Realm. The problem is that Alex has been catching so many goddamn pedos lately that it's really hard to just fucking keep up with all of them, to go back far enough. You know what I mean? Is there a way to search within a channel? Probably not, right? I'm probably wishing a lot for fucking Rumble. Let's see. Trying to see, because it really was, just to give you an idea, it really was a very funny fucking rant that he went on in the middle of a fucking catch. Like I was watching him and I was scared of him through the screen. He was so fucking angry. Where is it? Stop scratching the door, Lou. I'm not opening it. Marge is an annoying bitch. I'm getting sick of her shit. Which one is it? I remember, because I know he always has like a descriptor for the Predator themselves. Let me see. Predator. Maybe not. I don't know. If somebody can find it, though, it was something like Bible Thumper. Oh, this is it. This is it. This is the guy. Okay, here we go. This is probably, I've never seen this uncensored. Thank God for Rumble.
You admit you did have thoughts, at least
So you can see this is before Alex started really perfecting his craft, because Alex has certain looks, right? Like you can see the many phases of Alex. There was really disheveled Alex when he would go on these like catches, and like it's kind of funny. You can see some of the early Predator Poachers videos where he hasn't he doesn't buzz his hair, or he doesn't keep his hair short. And let's just say that Alex Rosen has very Semitic hair. When it grows out, he has very old man Jew curl hair. It's just, you can't help it. It's just the shape of his hair. But yeah, like there's that era. There's the Chet Goldstein era where he's like clean shaven and he's like kind of at his skinniest. Then there's like really fat Alex, which was like a year or two ago, and now there's like Alex who's starting to, you can tell, start to work out again, and he's getting like, he's always going to be a thick boy, but now there's Alex who's slimming down and looks like a fucking problem again. But this is like, yeah, this was like buzz cut, fucking trimmed beard Alex. But
okay. So, right. I mean, this was the meetup day. Get closer, it's gonna be windy. You finally had that meetup day today, and on the meetup, after talking, or not as much.
I deleted it.
Okay.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Can I contact my dad instead? And I thought if I...
Oh, wait. On.
Hey. Am I upsetting you as well?
No.
Okay, take it easy.
No.
Later, these two people would like to talk to you about something.
Hey, Dad, my name is Gordon Flowers.
Chuck Norris Gun Club said jacked Alex will be a problem. You know, he could probably pull it off, but I just don't see Alex getting jacked, because I just don't see Alex like prioritizing. As far as I can tell, he only started working out again is because he's freakishly strong. He doesn't want to lose that, and he's, he just wants to stay healthy and stay mobile enough to, like, you know what I mean? Like, but he's not, I can't see like Alex being a guy that starts obsessing over like how vascular he looks. You know what I mean? Do I look cut enough? Like, that's not, Alex just isn't that kind of guy. Like, he just started working out again just so he could still crush people's bare hands with skulls with his bare hands.
How are you? Hi. So your son was caught meeting who he believed to be a 13-year-old girl and brought her...
Oh, it is censored.
We can't go through that again.
Would you like a cigarette to calm down?
No. Sorry, I'm sorry. There was... with this engine on.
Hey. Am I upsetting you as well?
No.
Okay, take it easy.
No, you're fun to mess with. What I was going to say is, yes, so your son was caught meeting who he thought was a 13-year-old, brought condoms, got very sexual with her, talked about marrying this 13-year-old. And he also mentioned that his girlfriend knew everything, even though it turns out she didn't know anything. And he got caught being self-admitted.
Are you a law enforcement officer?
No, I'm not Leo. My name's Gordon. Yeah.
And how are you involved?
Why am I involved?
Okay, so you're doing this as a civil service job. I'll just throw his ass in here.
You call the police on him, you say?
Ow! I forgot.
I don't know what to tell you. He's supposed to be a Christian. He's my son. I tried to reach him.
Fucking A, bro. Do you know how I really, honestly, you see so many of these family members protect these pieces of shit. And I'm so used to people going like, can we work something out? Oh, my son, blah, blah, blah. It's so refreshing and it's so rare. Because as soon as the guy started that line of questioning, like, what are you, law enforcement? They're always... Almost 9 times out of 10, that family member is going to go, okay, so it's contained, right? We haven't gone to the cops yet. So can we work something out? He's my son. I don't want him to get in trouble. But every once in a while, you get that dad that's like, So what would you want me to do? I don't know. Fucking lock him up, dude. He's supposed to be a goddamn Christian. He's out here fucking trying to diddle kids. Fuck him. Put him, bury him under the fucking jail if that's the case. Like, it's dude. And I will say, it is more often than not, and I'm not blaming, I'm sure that there's just as many men that enable this shit. But I have noticed that percentage-wise, mamas will protect their diddler ass son almost every time. It's hard to find a mama that won't be like, okay, but like, does he have to go to jail? He can't handle it in jail. Can I do something? It's usually dad. Like, most of the times I've seen him throw him under the bus, it's usually almost a dad going, he did the fucking what? And even like, I've seen some dads that like don't want to believe it about their own son. Like, I've seen some dads that go, I don't know, that's my son. If you're going to make accusations like that. I've seen some dads that are like, when Alex hands him the chat logs, and he's like, and you're telling me this is my son. Yeah, he's got it the shit right on his phone. He's got child porn. And you'll see, the dads are usually the one to be like, you're dead to me. You're dead to me, son. I hope they hang you. Like, I don't know, man. Guys have a little bit less tolerance for that shit. Well, guys that aren't diddlers. It's just like, women are designed to protect their baby, even if their baby is a monster. Whereas like, and I'm not saying that there's not dads that are full of shit and will still protect their kid, but a lot of the dads tend to be like, fuck him then.
Your dad's heartbroken, man. Yeah, no, you seem disappointed in him that he'd do this. Yeah, no, he brought up the whole Christian thing and used it as a cover for him to, It
was actually going to, it went sideways quick from what my previous
whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, just letting you know. But anyway, yeah, you can have a talk.
I love how dismissive he is. No, I was going to minister to the, cool.
With him, unfortunately, you know how Harris County, which political party they elect to put people in jail, and unfortunately that party doesn't put anybody in jail. So, being that your son came to me in Houston, he literally can do whatever he wants because Kim Og is a... But,
audio redacted.
I'm just letting you know, you should have a talk with him, Dad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your phone number down and show it to this camera. We'll blur it out. Oh, I'm going to take your phone number down so I can message you. But anyway, we're going to send him on his way. But have a talk with him because you're going to know what's up real soon. So anyway, take care. All right, see ya.
Hey.
What?
Can I at least have this opportunity to shake your hand? And I appreciate you not sending me away.
Yeah, sure, of course.
I like that he thinks that like fucking Alex is not cut. Like, he's still gonna cut. He thinks like, oh yeah, thanks for not contacting the cops. Alex is making it very clear. No, I'm going to contact the cops. They're just not gonna fucking do anything because it's Houston.
Of course, I don't know about the handshake, but as a
Goofy Boots says that's the most blank audio on any of his videos. I know, it's the funniest. It's one of my favorite Alex Rosen moments. This was an early, like, before I had the privilege of calling him a friend, which it is odd. I've said this before about Rosen. It's weird to be. I think Alex Rosen is probably the only person besides like Alex Jones that like I was a fan of. Well, no, I guess like I can't say Alex Jones because I can't say Alex Jones is my friend. But at least I've gotten to like hang out with Alex Jones and be on a show, which is dope. But like Rosen, I think is the only dude I think that I've ever started off as a fan of and didn't get to be a fan for very long because we immediately became friends. But this was one of those videos that made me a fan of Alex Rosen because not only is he out catching pedos, but when he just went off on that tangent, it made me laugh. And he's like, yeah, and it's not like they're going to do anything because the fucking DA in this town, Kim Og, is a... and when he yelled at the guy, like fucking revving his engine and shit, when I seen the temper, I'm like, I like him. But I like to, I'm kind of proud to be able to say that. And that was another Alex that made that happen. Alex Stein, who's another guy who's just a real bro. He's a true brother. We would never be friends with Alex Rosen. He would have never been on we could have probably eventually gotten him on ROTC, but we didn't have a line into the fucking guy. I was just a fan. And when we were in Dallas the first time, Alex Stein was like, yeah, so like what other content creators do you guys like? Like anybody you want to meet? Because there's a bunch of them in town. And I was like, we were just naming people. And I was like, honestly, dude, I've become obsessed with Predator Poachers. I'm like, that guy, Alex Rosen is one of the funniest dudes. And he's so good at catching these fucking, creeps. And right away, Alex Stein lit up and he's like, I've known him since like college. He's like, I've known that dude for like 6 years. You want to meet him tonight? And I'm like, that would be cool. And he's like, yeah, we can meet up. And I'm like, tell him dinner is on ROTC. Tell him to come out. Whatever. But yeah, Rosen's just a little different because like he has all these 3-hour pedo catching videos. And I'd watched like hundreds of hours of him. And then all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit, dude, fucking motherfucking Gordon Flowers in the goddamn flesh. But yeah, that's crazy, man. Okay, we went a long way from fucking VIPER, but yeah, long story short, too late. VIPER probably gonna still go to prison, even though Harris County's like lax on crime. Aggravated kidnapping is not a good one to get charged with. So we're gonna see. Let's see what VIPER's facing, because I'm pretty sure that's 20 to life crime, especially in Texas, especially aggravated kidnapping, which is, guys, you never want to get charged with anything that has the word aggravated in front of it. You never want aggravated assault. You never want aggravated kidnapping. You never want the aggravated in front of it. Because that just means, it's the same crime, but with enhancements. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, if I hit somebody with like an object, if I smash somebody with a fucking 2x4, right? I could get aggravated assault. I could maybe get aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, but most times you get assault with a deadly weapon, right? If I pistol whip somebody, right? Even if I don't shoot them, if I just pistol whip them and I do even less damage than if I'd hit them in the face with a 2x4, I'm more likely to get aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is way worse because it has a gun enhancement. Yeah, thank you. Gravy Show says, I'm almost positive VIPER has multiple felonies under his belt. He's a lifetime scammer. LOL. Well, let's check it out. No, I bet you Harris County is not on arrest.org. But let's take a look anyway and see. Maybe they are. Nope. Harrison County, but not Harris County. What was I looking for? I see aggravated kidnapping is kidnapping a company. No, I forgot to say aggravated kidnapping in Texas. There we go. Penal Code, Chapter 20, kidnapping. Oh my God. Come on, Texas.gov. Don't do it in a WordPad text form. Like, do it like Florida does it. This is hard to read. Restrain. Unlawful restraint, then there's kidnapping, then there's aggravated kidnapping. Here we go. Regular kidnapping. A person commits an offense if he intentionally or knowingly abducts another person. It is affirmative defense to prosecution under the section that the abduction was not coupled with intent to use or threaten to use deadly force. The actor was a relative of the person abducted, and the actor's sole intent was to assume lawful control of the victim. Basically, kidnapping is... It's a third-degree felony. That means like, custodial interference, grabbing your kid, not grabbing a kid that you're going to do something to, but grabbing your kid or getting in an argument with somebody in your family and restraining them or something like that can be kidnapping. Aggravated kidnapping. A person commits this offense if he intentionally or knowingly abducts another person with the intent to A, hold him for ransom or reward, 2, use him as a shield or a hostage, 3, facilitate the commission of a felony or the flight after attempt of commission of a felony, 4, inflict bodily injury or violate or abuse them sexually, 5, terrorize or a third person, or 6, interfere with the performance of any government or political function. Second degree felony. Oh no, I'm sorry. Except as provided by subsection D, an offense is actually a first degree felony. Okay. I'm trying to see. I can't see what the fuck. Bro, you're driving me nuts. Stop scratching the fucking door, bro. I'm sick of these fucking cats, man. Shut the fuck up. I have a choice of either him scratching my fucking door for an hour or this bitch coming in here and crying every fucking 10 minutes for an hour. Let's see what you got. Aggravated kidnapping. Oh boy, that's not good, Viper. Aggravated kidnapping in Texas, a conviction. It's 5 to 99 years in prison. Womp womp. And, or I'm sorry, from 5 to 99 years or life imprisonment and a fine of up to $10,000. Yeah, and I don't see, I don't see Viper holding a woman hostage for 5 years and only getting 5 years. That's what's going to fuck him at sentencing. Not only if he's a felon, like somebody like Gravy Show said, he's probably a felon. He probably is a felon, but that's not going to factor in as much as, like, it's one thing to kidnap, somebody for an hour or whatever. It's another thing to kidnap somebody and hold them hostage in a house for 5 years. They're not going to give you 5 years for 5 years.